We're back. Back at it again. It's Wednesday. It's our daytime stream day. Hope you're all doing well. Very much looking forward to today's flight. We're going to Liège. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or Liège. Anyone know how you pronounce it? Let me know how you pronounce it. Because I'm not sure how you pronounce it. We're starting off in Bristol, where we ended up last night, in fact. Which reminds me. Let's book ourselves a flight on New Sky to make some money. So we're going to do a free flight today because this is not a scheduled route. We'll do it at the Boeing. And our departure time will be 8:55 Zulu. Happy days. How you doing anyway? Lanky, how's it going? Chelsea, morning mate. Get all this overlay stuff on Twitch chat because I can't see chat if it's doing that. There we go. We're back in our own colours today. It's weird, we did a poll a little while ago on the channel and I said, what do you want? Do you want more AirNOTT stuff? Do you want real world stuff? Or do you want both? And the conclusion was you wanted both and real world, so we'll mix it up a bit. Also, I'm not really willing to not fly as AirNOTT because we spent so long building it up. I think it's important we do a little bit of both. So that's cool. We're loading up at the moment with GSX. We're at Bristol Stand 2. If anyone wants to join on VATSIM, you'd be more than welcome. And yeah, we should be on the way in about 20 minutes, hopefully. On which subject? That means I need to hurry up and get inside and sort the plane out.
This way. Welcome on board.
Happy days. So, what have we done? I've done battery on, emergency lights on, external power is on. And that is about it. So let's get our navs on. There we go. Plane spotter, good morning.
Hello.
Run on the external power for now, so we'll leave the APU off at the moment. I think for now that's pretty good. Righty-ho, so I've pulled in the flight plan.
Hello.
So is our flight number today, X-Ray November Oscar 749.
May I see your
We'll load that.
Hello.
Morning, Adri. Sorry for any confusion in the Discord. I told you the wrong flight plan originally.
This way. Hello.
Okay, let's activate. And we'll execute that.
Good morning. This way.
And in it ref. Whoops. Let's grab a GPS.
Hello. Good morning.
And airport is E. Why does it always do that? I always delete the first one. EGGD
Good morning. Welcome
for
on
Bristol. And we're at gate number 2. And all the long laps look good. Happy days. Company route EGGD
this way.
EBLG.
Good morning.
We'll do runway 27.
This way.
Perfing it.
Boarding pass, please. Welcome on board. Boarding pass, please.
Yeah, Punch, you're welcome. We're just on VATSIM, so
Welcome on board. Boarding pass, please. Boarding pass, please. Good morning.
So I'm a little bit confused as to what my SID actually is. The SID brief's taken me runway 27 direct to Yorkie.
Passenger's bus is coming.
It's almost like I don't have a SID. Am I going to get the fly-by-wire Alpha A38? Yeah, of course I will. Can't really not. Gotta fly that one. Morning, Zeke. Load that. Insert. N1 limit. Runway 27 allegedly. 031 this morning. Wow.
This way.
Not to hand punch, no, I just used whatever Simbrief told me. Alright, selected temp is 40. TO1. Flaps 5, 137, 138, 144. That is correct.
Good morning.
Trim of 4.8.
Hello.
Do.
This way.
Cruising at 390. We'll get that in up top.
Good morning.
Yeah, my gut feeling is stay with Navigraph. We'll see though.
May I see your boarding pass? Hello. This way.
Okay, I think I'm going to do the Hawthorne 1 X-ray departure. Despite what Simbrief says. There's no ATC on after all.
Hello. May I see your boarding pass?
Oh,
Welcome
damn it. It's just deleted my speeds, isn't it?
Hello.
Ah!
Welcome on board.
Shouldn't have done that.
Good morning.
It's better.
Hello.
Right. We'll put 144 up here. We won't do the plus 15.
Hello. Hello.
Right, transition altitude is 6,000. And we need to hit 6,000 by Hawthorne.
Boarding pass, please. Hello.
267 is the runway heading.
Welcome on board. May I see your
Punch, there's very little point. I don't really sort of use that element of the sim. We just meet up on that sim.
Hello.
390, I believe, Chelsea.
Hello.
So it told me to go direct to Yorkie, but I kind of figure
Hello?
Hawthorne's kind of on the way. So I'm going to do that instead.
Good morning.
Join up. That'll do.
This way. May I see your boarding pass? Welcome on board.
The old buses are out. Oh, you're flying the Max. Nice.
Hello. This way.
Get some lights on. Good. Right, time's getting on. We're almost fully boarded. Let's get the APU started. Our boarding's completed. That's good. Happy days. Fuel pump's on, your dampener on. Punch, if you don't know VATSIM, it's not really the kind of thing you can just jump into. You'll need to do a lot of research really before doing a flight. You'll need to get an account, you'll need to do a test with VATSIM to get your account. There we go, APU's ready. Let's take power from it. Brakes are on. Let's get doors shut. Release the ground power. Remove the wheel chocks. Let's get GSX ready to go. This has been quite speedy today. That's the door shut.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
First thing you need to do, Punch, is get yourself an account with VATSIM, then sit that little test. Then, yeah, probably watch a few tutorials. I've got a basic one on the channel. Sort of like a surface level one, but there are ones that go into more depth.
Bypass pin inserted.
Responded to Unicom. Bristol traffic AirNOTT 749, radio check. Sure anyone heard me. Right, for runway 27, I always get confused. We're going to want to go nose right, tail left. Bristol traffic, AirNOTT 749, stand 2, pushing back, facing east. Nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Thought I did that. There we go. Right, let's tell New Sky to start the flight. Playlist link when? As you mean the music? It's just Stream Beats. It's royalty-free music that you can use on YouTube. That's all it is. Of course, I remembered to belt the passengers in. Coffee time.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Is that you in front, Chelsea?
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Hey, nice one, Dazza. How you doing? I don't know, Lanky. I don't know if it will. It may do. It's got the potential, though, to be really janky, hasn't it? I don't know about you, but like whenever I see the GSX passengers, I know people made a big fuss when it came out. I looked at it and I was like, what the hell is that? Like, really, what is that? That looks so terrible.
Unlocking gear.
Just don't bother. Like, if it's going to look that bad, just don't do it. That is like Uncanny Valley, big time. Alright, flight directors.
Tow truck disconnected.
Hell no,
Bypass
been
pin removed.
auto throttle.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Morning, baby. Okay, power from the engines. And we will pop the AC back on to auto, turn the bleed off, turn the APU off, probe heats on, get our taxi lights ready to go, engines into continuous, ready for takeoff. Need to turn on my extractor fans. It's getting way too hot in here already. Hey, quick question. What is it, Peter? Bristol traffic AirNOTT 749, taxiing to runway 27 via Zulu, holding Alpha X-ray. Okay, Chelsea, you're going Bravo X-ray, are you? suppose you're able to pull forward a bit. Thanks. Hey. Let's get the lights on. Let's get our strobes on. Put the TCAS tower. Bristol traffic, AirNOTT 749, lining up runway 27. Bristol traffic. I could get an FMC reset. Alright, was there?
Any station at Bristol, radio check.
5x5.
Bristol traffic Golf Charlie Oscar with Sierra taxiing to runway 27.
Alright, let's go. Bristol traffic, AirNOTT 749, taking off runway 27, Hawthorne 1, X-ray departure, Bristol traffic. Bit of forward yoke pressure. Toga thrust.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. I think there's a lump in that runway. I think the devs need to fix that. That shouldn't be there, I don't think. Should get a punch through in a minute, shouldn't we? This is Pilot Plus Bristol plane spotter. Okay, flaps 1. Let's start our turn. Flaps up. Whoopsie daisy. Went a bit too far there on the old levelling off. We're going to get an off-scheduled descent, aren't we?
British traffic, Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, taking off runway 27 on the Horsa 1 X-ray departure.
Jolly good. There's Bristol. Yeah, I think they need to fix. I think they need to fix that runway lump a little bit. I feel like the terrain at Bristol on this scenery, while it looks good, I feel like it's quite lumpy bumpy. Even when you come off of runway 27, so basically where you join 09, it's like the ramp is very, very extreme. It's not like that in real life at all. Like, I should know. I've been there enough times. It would be very nice to see an update to that scenery. Bristol traffic AirNOTT 749, 5 miles from Hawthorne, 6,000 feet. Fine. Okay, Punch, nice one. Punch, maybe you can answer this. When you set your speed prior to flight, do you do V2 or do you do V2 plus 15? Because I've seen checklists say both things and I'm not sure. Not sure what's what. Jolly good. We'll just let VNAV take us up, shall we? We're in no mad rush. Hey Lanky, is that you in Twitch chat? Cheers, Colin. It's been a long time in the making, I can tell you that. So why is VNAV not climbing us? That's a bit weird, because look, it says in under 5 miles. VNAV, what are you playing at? There it goes. Needed to flick it into vertical speed mode, then back into VNAV, then it's happy. Don't know why that is. Oh, Chelsea, sorry. Yeah, okay, what's mine actually? Yeah, I've got 290, but then the plane has gone for 390, so... We'll go with that. Suppose we can do 290, can't we? Always recruise the box. Might make life a bit easier. 10,000 feet less to lose. There we go, happy days. You go to that, what's it called? Is it Flight 1? Whatever they're called? Morning Barry, first time viewer. I've been playing the sim for just over a year and feel like I've really primed myself to enjoy 24. Anything you're looking forward to in the new version? Hopefully more performance, that's going to be good, and also better ground handling will be a big one, and just general kind of graphical improvements. And the fact that the planes now allegedly are more detailed, such that they're more aerodynamically sound. So, like a general increase. A general increase in realism would be very, very nice, in my view. Cruising at 460. You go do it, Adri. Well, cheers everyone. We're going to Liège. I think that's how you say it. Or Liège. Anyone know how you say it? Typical Wednesday morning, nothing's online. Liège. Yeah, I'd have said that too. Is 290 correct for the direction that we're trying? Out of curiosity, what helps your channel more? Me paying for a sub on YouTube or Twitch? So I think Twitch split 50-50. I don't really know what a sub is worth on Twitch, to be quite honest with you. But whatever it is, I only get half. YouTube, whatever the amount. YouTube, you can set your own tiers, and then whatever one you choose, I get 70% of that money. But to be honest, like, support is support, so I'm not fussy. Ah, the sim's looking good this morning. Good, good, good. Is the 737 update already out? No, I checked this morning thinking maybe it would be, but it isn't. Well, it's not out for me yet, anyway. Quite sunny up in Yorkshire. I was thinking I need to get some scenery for Leeds, really. Right, so frame check. 50, 40. Yeah, we're not doing bad. So frame gen will be giving us like 100 nearly. That ain't bad. Yeah, I noticed there was an update for the operations centre. I did that. I imagine maybe there's some groundwork going on for the plane update. That's probably what it is. A bit like when Phoenix did their update to the app prior to doing the 3.19, 3.21 update. Should be good though, because we're going to be getting auto cruise in the 737, aren't we? Which is a very nice feature, if you ask me. Good morning from a very wet and grey from Spain. I thought it'd be sunny over there. Mind you, it was a bit dreary in Alicante when we took off last night in the sim, wasn't it? Wasn't quite the weather that we're used to for Spain. Right, just planning our way into Liège. So we're going to do ILS 22 left. And we're going to use the Alhoove 1 Alpha transition. That should get us in. So we're basically going to head to the airport, come out to the left, spin around, and come back in. Why is that? How you doing, mate? If you were in a real plane, would you be able to fly it? Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things where as a simmer, it's probably easy to say, oh yeah, I could do it, and then you actually get in there and you'll crumble like a pink wafer, I imagine. One of those things. I mean, the thing to do really would just be to try and configure it for an auto land. As tempting as it might be to do it yourself and be the hero, probably auto land's the way to do it. Have I tried the iFly yet? No, I haven't yet. There's a lot of money that's coming out on the channel at the moment. As I think YouTube's going to pay out in the next couple of days, and pretty much all of it's going to go on gear. So we've got the camera up here that you can see now. Need some lighting because even though we've got the camera, it's, I don't know, it's still a little bit drab in here, you know. Oh my God, Chelsea! Yeah, go. Hope everything's okay. How's it going, Jimbo? So yeah, the iFly had to go on the back burner for the minute. Plus, if I'm going to be on 24 in like inside of a month, I'd like to know what's going on with kind of updates and stuff before I start buying any more planes and bits and bobs. So it's a bit grey at the minute, isn't it? The whole thing. It's like, hopefully it will just be able to drop in and work. But at the same time, I've worked in software long enough to know that that's not always the case, so... I've ever done a real motion sim. No, I went to Gloucester Airport. They've got a 737 sim day there. But it's basically like they've just built a cockpit in a room, which is cool, but it wasn't full motion. Cheers, Raymond. Nice to see you, mate. Be cool to try VR at some point. That would be cool. Yes, 707.
Into traffic, Airbus 66 Tango, Scotland 372 climbing flight level 180, just passing Woodley.
Aha. There they all are, look. Oh no, Adri, I'm not in the Gloucester area. It's a fair old drive to get there. Basically, my wife saw it on like some crazy deal. You know, like one of these like deal websites, like where it's, you know, quickly before it's gone. They put timers on the website and all this sort of rubbish. She found it on there and she didn't know what to get me for my birthday, so she got me that. I thought the whole experience was a bit weird, if I'm being honest. Because I went to take the throttles, and the guy was like, oh no, I do that. I was like, oh, okay. Then I went to move the rudder pedals, he's like, no, I do that too. I was like, okay, what do I do? Am I allowed to touch the yoke? Is that okay? I think they thought maybe it'd be easier for me if I didn't have to do the throttles and the rudder pedals, but actually, if you take those things away, you lose so much context of what's going on with the plane. To just do the yoke and someone else be messing with all that other stuff is really weird. I didn't like it. Plus, I'm fairly certain the reason why he said don't touch the throttles is because one of them was just broken. It was like half hanging off. Yeah, so they did. We did a couple of touch and goes at Bristol. So you start at Bristol, go up, do a loop, touch and go, do another loop, land, and then it's over. So it's sort of like about 40-50 minute experience. It's cool. The weird thing is I just bought the PMDG for the sim at that time as well, but I didn't know how to fly it. So it was useful in that regard. I could ask a few questions about the systems of the plane. But yeah. The sim looked like pants that they were using as well. It looked like something from 20 years ago. I wouldn't be in a hurry to do it again, put it that way. I think it's a kind of experience that, like, I don't know. If I got it for my dad, who knows nothing about planes, knows nothing about what it's like in a cockpit, he would be like, wow, this is so cool. But if you sort of know a little bit, it's a bit like, you can see through the cracks a little bit. And it actually made me really grateful for what we have, like, right here with the sim. It's like, well, this has been cool and everything, but if you got a little yoke at home and a little throttle, it's like kind of the same. A full motion one would be cool. That would be a different thing altogether. Good, so we're past London. Back there somewhere. Yeah, I guess if those full motion sims are as expensive as they are, they gotta make them pay, haven't they? Right, how are we doing? 114 miles to top of descent. What yoke are we using? It's the Thrustmaster Boeing TCA 1. I forget the actual full name. But the Boeing one from Thrustmaster. I like it a lot. Yeah, we'll be doing more 707 for sure. Pretty flexible for time today, so maybe we should take a moment and think about where we're going to go next, actually. Always go down to Nice. We could try Nice again after my balls up the other day. And hopefully we'll be able to do it on Unicom so we don't get yelled at by anyone. Do the RNAV Alpha approach into 05. I think now I know what I'm doing. I might be alright. I just fundamentally misunderstood what the RNAV would do. Nice would be Nice. Oh, it feels really weird being on camera still. I keep looking over at OBS and it's like, oh, it's me. So... yeah, Gamos, you might want to look out for 2024 because that was the main thing with 2020. The feedback they got from the community was that it was quite intimidating to learn. There wasn't enough to do once you'd sort of done the basics, like fly over your house and do a couple of landing challenges. So Flight Sim 2024, which comes out on the 19th of November, could be just what you're after. Try a delivery flight. Well, like from Toulouse or something. In a bus. Because ain't no way I'm doing Seattle. Flippin' heck.
Meow.
GJ, hello there. Do you have any idea how I could practice landings? Are there any software or stuff like that? Yes, there is. FSI panel. You have to pay for it. I think it's about... I forget what it is. It's like 30 bucks. Something like that. But what it allows you to do, especially in like a study level airliner like a PMDG or a Phoenix, where it's kind of a bit of effort to get the plane set up for landing every time, it'll do it for you. So you choose the airport, choose a runway, say what sort of approach you want to start on, whether a short final, long final, base or vectors, and then in you come. Very, very good bit of software. Used it a lot on the channel. Called FSI panel. Foxtrot Sierra India panel. Yeah, I mean you could try YouTube tutorials, but if you want the game to teach you Gamos, then yeah, 24 is probably going to be the way, because there's like a career mode in there and you get started at flight school, work your way up to flying big stuff like the jets from single prop planes. It'll take you on a journey. Longest flight I've done in the sim would be Dubai Heathrow. In real time. That was a drag, man. I didn't enjoy it, not really. We did it to celebrate 5,000 subs, because I kind of promised everyone that I would. And yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't very fun, to be honest. I don't know how actual pilots do it. I mean, that's a long time doing not a huge amount. Not really. Hey, well done, Crash Lab. That's brilliant news, mate. Love to see it. And there's France. Also, if any of you are on the fence about Flight Sim 24 and you're like, oh, I don't know whether I should buy it, it's going to be too much money, you could always get it on Game Pass for a month and just trial it for like a tenner. That may be what I do, because the new Call of Duty, I know this is a Flight Sim channel and Call of Duty has got nothing to do with what we're doing here, but I do love Call of Duty. It's a guilty pleasure. One of my, it's a failing of mine. One of many, I accept. But I do love a bit of Call of Duty, and there's a new one coming out on Friday. And it's like, so I've got to pay 60 quid for that, 60 quid for the sim. Or do I just get Game Pass for a month or so? Until I inevitably get bored of it and then not bother. I don't know. Crash Labs, funny you say that. I was thinking of maybe doing a video for the channel. So I'm trying to keep the content as varied as I can. Like, I like doing the streams. It's great talking to you all, and I wouldn't change that for anything. I like doing videos like I did yesterday, where we get to talk about something like a topic and break stuff down. I enjoy doing that. But I also enjoy just doing a flight that isn't streamed and making a video out of it. And a lot of other people seem to like it too, because it's actually quite a small segment of my overall audience that can make the streams. And once the stream isn't live, not that many people watch them, because ultimately it's not particularly engaging content if you're not there in the moment when it's live. So like a chopped down 40, 30, 20 minute VATSIM flight video, people seem to like those. So I was thinking maybe the one that we do next for the channel could be 777 Heathrow to JFK. I've got the scenery for both for mini builds, so it would make sense to do that. Hey Adam, how you doing? All is very well, thank you. Just do what you enjoy. Yeah, I mean, I just like to keep it varied, really. I think if I did streams all the time, I'd get sick of streams, and if I did VATSIM video flights all the time, I'd get sick of those. And if I became one of these, like, news flight sim channels that just reports on stuff, I'd get sick of that too. So just keeping it varied, I think, is probably keeps me interested, and hopefully therefore you guys as well. Yeah, they do quite like it. Although it's kind of hard to like always spin some kind of drama through it, because that's essentially why the videos do well, because there's like a source of tension in the videos. And besides me messing things up, which I don't like to do, like you could just do like a VATSIM flight right now. I'm not sure how I would turn this into like an epic VATSIM flight video, because we're just flying from point A to point B and it's all going fine. Unless I start making drama out of nothing, which I don't really like to do. So I don't know. Messing things up makes it feel more real. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, if I do genuinely mess up, but I'm not going to just, like, do it on purpose just to be like, oh my god, I messed up on VATSIM for the thumbnail or whatever, you know. If it's a genuine mistake, I like to put it out there so we can all learn from it. There you go, Barry. Well done, mate. Yeah, Madeira's on the list. Madeira is on the list. I think really, I think maybe some people just like to come along for the ride. Like, there doesn't need to necessarily be any like drama or big event that happens during the flight. It can just be like coming along for a flight, you know? But recording videos like that at this time of day is quite hard because there's nothing on. Like, literally, I'm looking at the map now. Heathrow Tower's on. Brussels ground is on. There is nothing at all on in France. So it's got to be an evening event, really. And obviously right now it's what? 5:30 AM in New York. So there's probably nothing on there either. Yes, Ethan, it is, mate. "20 miles till top of descent." Well, I'm just going to be lazy. 2,500 up here. And let the plane do it all, so I can finish my coffee. Let's have a little look. So we're going 2-2 left into Liège. QNH is 1035. Precision altitude is 795 feet for our minimums. And we'll do a flaps 30 landing. 143 plus 5, 148 approach speed it is. And we should be able to stop with plenty of room. That sounds like top of descent. Good. So it'll be off the runway, make a left. With an auto brakes 3. What would auto brakes 2 give us? Quite a lot different, I imagine. Yeah. I reckon we can do auto brakes too, you know. I'm off at Sierra 2. Maybe do 3. Hey, Geek Freak. Let's pull in the forecast. Request the winds. Transition altitude is 4,500. Yeah, Wilsman, we're just chilling. Starting our descent now. Slowed in the descent winds. Good. We're going to Liège in Belgium. Almost there. Coffee's gone cold. Morning, Jeb. How are you, mate? So when we land in Liège, we're going to get set up and we're going to go to Nice. Am I a real life pilot or just an enthusiast? I'm not a real life pilot. I'm just an idiot on the internet, mate, I'm afraid. One of many. Pop in the QNH in the descent forecast page. VNav will recalculate descent profile at the transition. I didn't know that, Lee. Thank you very much. Right, where am I putting that? This one here, yeah? So what do I put in? /2/1035. Nice. Cheers, Lee. Maybe I can become a private pilot. Maybe. I've got to be honest though, like Cessnas and all that, they do nothing for me. To be honest, it's this stuff I like the jets. Okay, so because it already had 2, I didn't need to put the 2/. Yeah, I don't know. Like, all these little tiny planes. Like, I tried flying the ATR last week and I was just like, I'm not enjoying this. Just not loving it. Go to the outside view. Go on then. You've overtaken me? You're still above me then? Aha. There's Adri. Hopefully we won't be needing this little thing here for the tail strike. What's my favourite plane? Probably this. I do love this plane. Every time I fly it, I just have a great time. God, I didn't sleep very well last night. And as a result, I'm rather tired. Okay, 223 is in. ILS at Liège is 10935. And the other side as well. The line of planes right where I am. BTFS, how you doing? Yeah, we're very, very punched up, aren't we? We should probably slow ourselves down. I'll go speed. 220. Yeah, rather bunched up, aren't we? You've gone 280, okay. That'll teach you for going to flight level 410. Is that you up there, Adri? I think it might be. Easy peasy. There is our airport, just there. That's where we're heading. So we're going to head over it, kind of come out to the left and teardrop around, but it's a really big teardrop. Okay, auto brakes 3 set. Number 1, Adri. Yeah, Alhoove 1. 1 Alpha. I should say, not number 1. Alright, 10,000 feet. So this is going to be our exit here. We'll land
This
on
is
here.
traffic, lift from the 4 Mike Papa, 20 miles inbound to 5 left.
These traffic AirNOTT 749, 5 miles south of the field. We are heading over the Alhoove 1 Alpha transition for 22 left for these traffic. FS to cruise the way to go for PMDG 737. Oh, ground's on. One two 915. Let's get that tuned in then. That's good timing. Look at that. It never happens. It usually works the other way. There we go. Cheers to the pilot. It's getting there, mate. Piece by piece. Just trying to see if I can see anyone. I think we might see that Ryanair in a minute, which is Chelsea, I believe. Right. It's about to get serious. Let's lose the music. Oh, so who's in the Rhino? In front of you? .200 knots is what we're targeting for now. Plane is struggling. It might need a bit of speed brakes to get there, if I'm being honest. Liège traffic AirNOTT 749, right hand base, 22 left. Liège traffic. Yeah, I don't know who the Ryanair is. I thought it was Chelsea. But obviously not. Oh, right, yeah, okay, so Chelsea hasn't descended. That is Chelsea then. Okay, 180 knots. We're going to need more speed brakes. Time the approach mode. Yeah, we're on VATSIM. Oh, gear down, my bad.
Liège traffic, Golf Charlie Oscar Whiskey Sierra, short final runway 2 to left, Liège traffic.
Sorry about the beep. Turn that down. Yeah, I went flaps 15 before I had the gear down. Liège traffic AirNOTT 749 on a 6 mile final for 22 left. Okay, gear down, auto brake 3. Speed brake arms. Lights on, engines in continuous. Feels like we're a little bit offset. Poor Chelsea. Hi, plane. Yeah, I'm not convinced that we're being told the ILS is quite lined up. That to me feels much better. But the ILS says it's all the way over there to the left.
Liège traffic, Golf Charlie Oscar School with Air vacated runway 22 left.
I don't know, maybe at a point. Feels like we're too far to the right now.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue. This feels very steep, even though the pappies are saying 3 reds.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, not convinced by the scenery here. It's default though, isn't it? So. Let's keep it rolling. Liège traffic, AirNOTT 749 vacated, runway 22 left, Liège traffic. Alright, let's get the APU on. Engines out continuous. Try not to steer the wrong way. Just give ground a call. Ground, good morning, AirNOTT 749, vacated 22 left with you on Alpha 2.
X-ray November Oscar 749, hello, welcome to Liège, continue taxiing on Alpha to stand 60.
Continue taxi to stand 60, AirNOTT 749. Oh, I didn't put
Liège Grand Air France 301, radio check.
Air France 301, Liège ground, hear you 5x5.
Thank you, sir. Air France 301, can you just confirm that I have a flight plan file, please, from Liège to Nice?
Air France 301, affirm, I have a flight plan from you, Liège to Nice.
Thank you, sir.
stations, Liège ground will be closing in 10 minutes.
Andrew, what stand have you got? I feel like I might be let down by scenery here, potentially. (6-2), okay. So I'm coming in next to you then, by the look of it. And I've got no markings or anything. Brilliant. I'm going to have to sort of judge it based on where I think I am on the chart. I'll try and get myself accurate on the chart rather than accurate on the scenery here. So it's not this one, or is it? Next one. Yeah, it's here. Allegedly. Not sure I trust this scenery, to be honest. I mean, just look. We'll have to go with it. Alright, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. Okay. Let's take power from the APU. Taxi lights off. Engines off. Seatbelts off. Anti-collision off. Close the flight.
All stations, Liège ground is closing in 5 minutes.
Roger, thanks for the service. Good. Right. I need to go and use the facilities. So we will tell GSX, if it will be so kind, to deboard us. And I will leave you with some views of it deboarding. Ah. Such a good camera operator. There we go. That's a view.
Passengers bus is coming.
Right, gang, back in a minute. And then we'll think about getting down to Nice. Right, I'm back. Ah. Come on, passengers, hurry up. Right, I need to make a flight plan real quick.
And all stations and stations, Liège ground is now closing. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day too. See ya.
Cheers, appreciate the service. Flippin' heck, Chelsea, what happened? A gas can exploded. Oh my god. Yeah, 707, if you have you downloaded my livery? If you download my livery and put the there's a VMR file included in the livery, go to my website, it'll be on there. Put the VMR file into vPilot and it should then load the livery that you've got installed for me. 5 fire trucks, 3 ambulances, 1 police car. Oh my god. Is everything alright, Chelsea? You okay? That's nuts. You might need to reboot the sim though, 707 is the only thing, but I'm probably not going to be pushing back for 20 minutes, so you've probably got time. Okay, disconnect. 5. Oh, damn it. I can always get confused because I've got 2 PCs and 2 keyboards and 2 mice, so I always pick the wrong one. Luckily it's downstairs, I couldn't hear it, but smelled something funny from the other floor, so I left.
Passengers bus is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, leave it. 707 I would. No mad panic. Right, what are we doing? Flight planning. Happy days. So, make some notes. 350 cruise, taking off on 22 left on the LNO 7 Echo. Departure into 22 left at Nice. Happy days. Alright, how we do with deboarding? Alright, let's get our sim brief reloaded in. That's good. Now we must remember to start the flight on New Sky. Happy days. Let's do flight plan request. So Liège to Nice, select that. Set the payload, set the fuel, select the route. What's New Sky? New Sky, Ethan, is where we run our virtual airline. So this isn't actually on our schedule. So if there's a flight you want to do that isn't on the schedule, then you can do it as a free flight. You don't earn quite as much for the VA, but it's, you know, near as makes no difference, really. I've got no issue with people doing whatever they want, really. Load. Yeah. Does make a bit more money if you choose a scheduled one, but it's all good. With a scheduled flight, the plane is wherever you leave it. So if this were a scheduled flight and we were to turn off the sim afterwards, the 737 that I fly in would be left at Nice, and then that's there for someone else to fly somewhere else next time. But on a free flight, that doesn't happen. Right, departures, arrivals, departing 22 left on the LNO 7 Echo. Execute that. What about into Nice? What are we doing into Nice? We're doing RNAV? Well, what do we do? Looking at charts. Let's do the Viva 7 Romeo. That's probably the way to do it, I think. Yeah, RNAV Delta, 22 left, transition at Nuras. So I guess we fly it visually after Mike November 22 Delta. RNAV Delta, 22 left, Naras. So let's just step through that route, because I want to make sure we get this as right as we can, because we struggled at Nice last time. We did struggle. So let's step through the route at Liège. What's going on here then? So Kogus. Then we go Naras to Sotox. Nanox. And then after Mike November 22 Delta, then we sort of fly it visually from there, I think. 10:30 local time, Adri, which might be pushing it a bit, looking at where we're at. Don't know if people are still getting off or not. Happy days. 2-2 left, I've got 707. Don't know about you. I'm going to cruise at 350. Airport elevation's 12 feet, so we'll just go for 0, shall we? Happy days. $350 in the window. Let's do our performance. So runway 22 left, dry. Going to use TO2. Delta, I've gone for. Transitioning at Naras. Whether that's correct, don't really know. So N1 limit, select temp 61. TO2. Flaps 5. Quite low takeoff speed. It's okay though. 448 for the trim. Projected takeoff is set. Let's recycle the flight directors. It's all armed, that's good. Cruising, we'll do 350, recruise the box. Alright. Almost time to go. Just want to see what we've actually got loaded, payload. It says we haven't got anything. What? Set payload, set fuel. There we go. Why was that empty then before? Yeah, now we're good. We're alright. We're nearly ready to go. Let's get everyone belted up. Let's get GSX ready to push us back. I'm on the APU bleed. Does it need us to do doors, or is it going to figure that out? It's going to figure that out.
Hello,
Good.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yikes, Chelsea, that's rough, man. That is rough. Hope he's okay. Okay, packs off.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
How's it going, Ben? Let's get ourselves back over to Unicom. Leeds traffic AirNOTT 554 at stand 60, pushing back facing east. Leeds traffic.
Release parking brakes.
It's a collision light on.
Release parking brakes.
Start flight.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright. Engine 2 into ground. Let's get ready to go. If you haven't hit the like button already, that'd be a huge help. It tells YouTube I'm much better at this than I actually am. And it's free. If memberships and donos aren't
Liège
free,
Grand
say,
Air France
really good
301 pushing back from stand 4 Liège traffic.
Oh wait, they already were on, my bad. Hey, look who's there. Another AirNOTT. Taking the world by storm, one flight at a time. Yeah, we've got 707 liner, we've got Adri, I believe. There's a couple of us today. From Nice to Geneva? I didn't know we were flying to Geneva, Chelsea. That's news to me. you mean Liège to Nice?
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yes, GSX, please go away immediately.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Good. Take power from the engines.
Unlocking gear.
Get the AC back on. APU bleed can come off. APU can come off. I do believe we're cooking with gas.
Tow track disconnected, bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Alright, flaps 5. Gears down. RTO's enabled. Everything's armed. Liège traffic, AirNOTT 554, taxiing to runway 22 left, holding point Sierra 5 via Alpha 4, Liège traffic. Oh, wait, yeah, it does. There you go, fixed. Thank you, mate. Actually, let's do Sierra 6. Correction, Liège traffic, AirNOTT 554, taxiing to runway 22 left by Alpha 4, Alpha 5, holding Sierra 6, Liège traffic. Hey SB, how's it going? I love the little wing wobble. Yeah, SB, if it's all the same to you, I probably won't do that. Okie dokie, engines into continuous, lights on, strobe and steady, Tara. Nothing coming. Liège traffic, AirNOTT 554 lining up, runway 22 left, Liège traffic.
Liège traffic, Air France 301 taxiing to holding point Sierra 6 for runway 22 left, Liège traffic.
Liège traffic, AirNOTT 554 taking off runway 22 left on the Lima November Oscar 7 Echo departure. Liège traffic. Alright, bit of forward yoke pressure, holding it on the brakes. Thrust set.
And AirNOTT 5 for November, after the Air France passes from right to left behind, we're going to be pushing back facing to the west.
80 knots.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. This is a long old runway, isn't it? Laps 1. Laps up. Let's begin our turn. Liège traffic, AirNOTT 554, airborne, 4,000 feet, clear of runway 22 left.
Liège traffic, Air France 301 lining up runway 22 left, Liège traffic.
And we'll just join that flight path.
Liège traffic, Air France 301 taking off runway 22 left, Liège traffic.
Yes, Gav. They are. The gate numbers, though, are just part of the scenery. I can see a plane just about to take off. That'll be 707, I believe. $10,000 feet. Let's get those lights off.
Liège traffic, AirNOTT 5 November, taxiing to runway 22 left.
Spot, we're in the PMDG 737-800. Alright, past 10,000 feet, we can have a coffee now.
France 301 is now on the Lima November Oscar 7 Echo departure from way 22 left, Bruce traffic.
That's it, mate. Love your channel. Do you recommend any flight yoke module for starting out? I mean, yokes are generally quite expensive, so if you're starting out, maybe look to get a stick. Maybe the Thrustmaster TCA Airbus stick would be a good place to start. That's where I started out. I've only very recently replaced it, and that's only because Thrustmaster were kind enough to send me one of their snazzy sticks for review. Cheers, everyone.
And Liège traffic, AirNOTT 054 November, we're going to be departing runway 22 left on the Ulno 7 Echo departure.
Any differences between Aveo and Batsim? I've never tried Aveo.
Traffic, Papa 2256, establishing and localized at 5 left.
The impression I've got, though, is that it's quieter than Batsim, so if you want some control, you stand more of a chance on Batsim. I could be wrong, though. I mean, if you're dead set on a yoke, maybe go for the Thrustmaster one I've got here. This one. Very, very nice. Love it to bits. Hey, LG's in. So apparently 22 right is the preferred arrival runway. not 22 left that we're going into. Who's that beeping at me? Oh, Chelsea. So Chelsea's taken off from Geneva. Going to meet us at Nice. Nice one. Cheers, Sean. How long's the flight going? Oh, how's the flight going? So far, so good. I'm a little bit apprehensive about what's going to happen when we get into Nice. How you doing, Pluto? My PC specs, 4080 Super, 5800 X3D, although that might be subject to change when the 9800 X3D comes out. But it's going to be a lot of money. So, like and subscribe, I guess. Oh, nice one, MTB. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Maybe we should change to 2-2 right then, if it's the preferred runway. Let's just check what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah, 2-2 left. What do we think? 2-2 right or 2-2 left, guys? Two right, yeah. They're landing 0-4 left. Nice room, I like the paint. Yeah, I was thinking about that last night, whether I should repaint, because it's very, very dim and dark in here. Maybe the walls we could do with a bit of contrast, I don't know. Yeah, I mean the wind is 190 and 5. So it probably would make more sense to go 0-4, right? In that case. Let's have a look here on the old pad. Let's switch 0-4 right. And we can do our nav Zulu, can't we? Was it RNAV Alpha? Yeah, RNAV Alpha. Transition at Naras. That might be the way to do it. Your sim brief originally showed 0-4 left. That's funny, because mine showed... Yeah, 4 left is going to be the third one, isn't it? Okay, 0-4 left. RNAV Alpha. Naras. Then PIS 1 November. And then after Mike November 0-4 Alpha, we go visual. That's a plan. Is that for takeoffs or landings, Chelsea? 04 left is the preferred runway for arrivals, it says when you look at the charts. Let's do that then. RNAV Alpha, 04 left. On the Viva 4 Romeo, 7 Romeo, even, via BIS 1 November. Transition. Wow. Hey Galaxy, Mel Z, how's it going? You like it a lot? It's simple. Yeah, that was kind of my goal originally. Just basically painting it all grey. Everyone, like, including my dad when he came around to see it, was like, "What are you doing painting it grey? It looks awful." It's like, chill out, it'd be cool. And you light it. Maybe we'll get some like RGB. I was thinking maybe getting a like a vinyl white AirNOTT logo and putting it back there, sticking it on the wall. I know someone who's got a vinyl printer and a vinyl cutter. They do like sign writing for vans and stuff, so I wonder whether we could do something with that. The star, I'm using the Viva 7 Romeo for the 04 left transition BIS 1 November. Yeah, that's it, LG. Get the AirNOTT logo, probably in white. I won't use the coloured version. And then it will contrast off the grey, is my hope. And then maybe I can whack an RGB light up and shine it against the walls here, maybe, or some under shelf strips that you suggested. That might be the cheapest way to do it. So don't make the same mistake I did 707 on stream the other day. I foolishly pressed the approach mode button and it took me on like a direct diagonal into the runway. Whereas after the waypoint Mike November 04 Alpha, you go visual. And you can use the RNAV to guide you vertically, and obviously the PAPIs as well, but the kind of lateral ain't going to be good. Oh, you saw that, eh? Yeah. Welcome back, Weissat. Nice to see you again, mate. How you doing? Fun fact. You see this mug's got cats on it. It was my birthday present last year from my kid. Because he really hates our dog. And he said, I got you this mug to remind you to buy a cat when the dog dies. It's like, wow. Nice. Thanks, buddy. I don't know why he hates the dog. The dog's awesome. You couldn't ask for a better dog. Like, the perfect dog, literally, in every way. Hello, Charlie from Leicestershire. Lippanek Weissat, the 1999. Thank you, my friend. Cheers for providing the entertaining streams and videos. Well, thank you for the donation and the support. I appreciate it, really, I do. Cheers to you. We're going to get some AirNOTT mugs, by the way, soon. I've got samples on order from the provider I'm going to be using. Because I was kind of like, well, I could just put them on sale, but then if they turn out really bad, kind of need to see that they're good before I let you guys have a go at it, you know? Hey, Stu. Yeah, so we're going to get an AirNOTT mug in 3 sizes, basically normal, big, bigger, an AirNOTT cap, an AirNOTT hoodie, and an AirNOTT t-shirt. And that's what we're going to start out with. Trouble is, because they're like print on demand, like if you order the wrong size, the provider can't really help you, so make sure you order the right size. And I can't help you either, because it's all through them. So yeah, get some samples of everything. I want to check that it's all going to be okay. Wise Hat, seriously, thanks for that dono, mate. It really helps. Really, really helps. It changes the economics of the stream. Because I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If we relied just on ad revenue from the stream, it doesn't work. You'd be lucky to clear £1, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Right, let's check in up front. Yeah, ad revenue isn't good at all. $2.59 to top of descent. Easy. Do I have any heating on in the shed, or is the installation enough? I don't need any heating, not with the PCs. Like I say, the shed's very, very small. So, like, 2 meters that way, 2 meters that way. I've got a gaming PC kicking out probably like 300-400 watts. I've got a streaming PC kicking out, I don't really know what, probably not as much, but enough. I've got 3 monitors, lights, me. It gets really hot in here to the point where, over here, I don't know if you can quite see that on camera, I've got an air conditioner which I've currently turned on because it's 25 degrees in here and I'm getting hot. Yeah, I mean, they're basically like space heaters do, to be honest. They heat the room quicker. I bought, when I first built the shed, we bought one of those like oil-filled electric heaters, thinking, you know, God, it's going to be cold out there. It was completely unnecessary. Yeah, ads are annoying, but people need to make money, unfortunately. Both the platforms and people like me. Like, the ads on an actual video, they're good. Like, you can earn good money off of those. Like, if you have a video that gets a few thousand views, that's like, that was worth doing. Whereas a stream, it's a bit difficult. It's a great idea to have a shed as a sim room. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really start as a sim room. It started out, I just wanted to build a little place to get away from everything during lockdown, and the plan was I'd probably just play Call of Duty out here and just muck around, and then gradually got more and more into the sim, and it's kind of morphed into this, really. It definitely started as like gaming PC room first, sim room second, whereas now that's totally flipped. Like, it's a sim room first and foremost. Like, I can spin over here. I've got a Dell 165Hz gaming monitor, so I sort of spin 90 degrees and do my Call of Dutying over there, and then I do my simming over here, sort of looking at my TV. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Somebody has subscribed with Prime on Twitch. Cheers, Melzy. You legend. People now, compared to a few years ago, don't have the time or as much money compared to 5 years ago. Oh, you mean like the cost of living and stuff? Cops will think you're brain dumping there. Cheers, Mousy. Appreciate it. How have I dealt with keeping it all secure? Well, it's kind of attached to the house in a weird way. So, I mean, it's all like locked. There's like locks on everything. Like putting like a proper door and everything. It'd be just as easy to break into the house as it would be to break into the shed. So. Plus the dog would just go mad and wake us all up anyway. Oh, no, it's not at the bottom of the garden or anything like that. It's, yeah, it's kind of semi-attached. Chelsea, welcome to Premium Economy, my friend. Cheers to you. Appreciate it, Chelsea. Thanks, mate. If you're not in the Discord already, Chelsea, don't think you are. You should see a link now in the community section. Now you remember, you can get yourself in there. I remember speaking about security. My old computing lecturer, he was saying that he had a friend that was quite rich, and he had these incredible cars in his garage, and he had like loads of other expensive stuff in his garage, and he got so paranoid about security he put in all this stuff, like cameras and these incredibly heavy duty doors, so on and so forth. And actually, in doing that almost put a target on his back, because people, the criminals saw that and they were like, oh, what's in there? And obviously they then realised that the doors were like super reinforced, so they just punched through the wall. He did all that stuff on the door and didn't even think about the walls. Poor guy. If he'd just played it chill, probably been alright. Boots up Timberborn. You've lost me there, LG. I don't get. That's a reference I'm not getting, I'm afraid. Cheers again, Mousy, for that sub on Twitch, by the way. Do appreciate that. I forget about the Prime subs on Twitch. Right, let's have some views, shall we? Exactly, just go through the door, go through the wall. Oh, cheers, Chelsea. Yeah, I had that at an old job as well. Apparently it was like organised kind of crime. Like whoever did it sort of came down from wherever to do it. It was kind of planned. And they drilled out some, like big concrete blocks. They drilled those out of the wall thinking that they could just sort of crawl through and get in. They completely misjudged it and ended up in next door. And then I think they tried to drill a hole through the wall further back, and thinking, oh, we'll, get into the right place this time. And the drill bit went through the wall, whacked into something, knocked it over, set all the alarms off, and then they just legged it. Cheers, Stu, for the 199. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Zach, current altitude is flight level 350. Oh yeah, Weishaupt, you think like security through obscurity, that kind of thing. So, Melzy, where you've given that Prime sub, I think you're the second one to do that on the channel now. And I've got a 2 out of 10. So what happens when I get to 10? Does anyone know? What is my cruise speed? That is a good question, Andrew. Mach 736 at the moment. Let me see what the computer thinks it should be. 738 is the target, so which is appropriate because we're in the 738, aren't we? Yeah, cheers again for that, Stu. That's awesome, mate. Oh, it's just a goal. Fair enough. I think the Founder's Badge can't be given out anymore. Oh. Maybe it's a cost index thing, Adri. That's alright. It don't matter. We're vibing. We're vibing. That's right, you can get there first and show us how to do the landing. Oh, you got the Airbus set up. Sweet. Yeah, it's a good kit. Like, I know Thrustmaster sent me the Warthog and the Ava base and all that stuff, and I'm super, super grateful. However, I still think the Airbus stick is important. That it's out there at the price that it's at and the quality that it is. It's a very sensible place to do your simming. That's just a minor detail, Adri, don't worry about that. Oh, Melzy, yeah, it's crazy. So when I first got the 737, I hated it. I really hated it. Like, I paid, I don't know what it was, is it like 70 bucks or whatever? Convert that into pounds, it's still quite a lot of money. And keep in mind, at the time, in general, it was like during COVID, and I was skint. The channel wasn't making any money at all. I wasn't monetized. So it's quite a big deal, actually, to spend that money. I know it was only 50 odd quid, but when you've got like 2 kids and bills and mortgage and car breaking down and, you know, job insecurity with COVID, like 50 quid was, you know, 50 quid. So it was a bit of a big decision to buy it in a way. And then I bought it and I was like, oh no, I don't like this. It's so like complicated. I don't get it. Don't like it. Why don't I just stay with the A32NX? Because until that point, all we flew on the channel was the A32NX. And then, of course, people started saying, like, are you going to get the Phoenix? You're going to get the Phoenix? I was like, no, I am not. I've just spent a fortune on this Boeing. And I almost immediately regretted it. It's just because I didn't know how to fly it. That's all it was. It's a fantastic aircraft. And I just had to push through. Like, every stream, I was doing like 3 streams a week back then. I would do 2 in the A32NX, and I would just force myself to do 1 a week in it. And luckily, you know, you guys really kept showing up, and you know, Loco would quite often show up. Loco's a regular on the channel, give me a load of hints and tips, and eventually we got there. But there was no, I think I was quite naive. I thought, well, you know, same sort of thing, isn't it? Same size, same shape. It's bound to be the same, roughly. But there's a lot of differences that catch you out. A lot of them. But that's all to say, we owe a big debt to the A32NX. We need to get back in the fly-by-wire, actually. I feel like I've neglected it since Phoenix has come onto the scene. So, yeah. I feel like we owe the plane a great debt. And perhaps ignoring it the way that we have since I've started flying the Phoenix wasn't the right thing to have done. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a video on that A380X. think people are maybe getting a little bit carried away by saying it's coming out soon. It might not be coming out that soon. Is there VNav in it yet, in the standard version? Because the time I left the fly-by-wire, that was always the thing that it didn't have. It was like, get the Phoenix because it's got VNav. I heard that when they do release it, it will be in an alpha state. That's what I think I read. But I need to revisit it. I'll revisit it all, make a video, and you'll get my full thoughts on it. But right now, I'm just spitballing, really. Oh, right, so the stable build has VNav. Can it do RNAVs yet? It's weird, isn't it? Because there could very well come a point where it's at Phoenix level. If they just keep adding and adding and adding and... Because really getting it to the... Getting it to like the level of a real one is a fixed target, isn't it? Yeah, didn't they say you can mostly go from point A to point B on VATSIM without an issue? I don't know, the way I read it, I kind of feel like people are maybe running away with some of the details, getting a bit too overexcited. We'll see. Yeah, we need to get back in the fly-by-wire. I think what I need to do is replace the stick on this Ava base with that Flight Sim Projects one. Get us a pucker Airbus stick. I saw that Moser are doing one, but it looks like it's right-handed, which is not what I want. I want a left-handed one. Because I am a captain, don't you know? Alright, Grebo. Right, how are we looking? $134 till top of descent. We do have a discontinuity, so we'll go Kogus. Happy days. Yeah, so when I last flew it, LG, I was using the dev version, I think. Well, it's not only that 707, it's like... So when I'm flying the Boeing in captain mode, I want the throttles over here. Over here. And it's a pain to switch them over every time you go from Airbus to Boeing. So, yeah, also I like to fly in captain mode. So what I'm probably going to do is... take the base of the Ava and try and suspend it from underneath this little thing I've got here, and then have the stick actually at table level. So there might be a little DIY woodworking vlog coming for that. I think it's what you get used to, SB. So I flew for ages in the first officer's position, albeit the camera was in the position we're in now in the sim. And that felt normal to me. Then I switched it over, and I, like, the first time I did it on stream, I was just like, oh my god, like, what is this? I can't do it. But give it like 3 or 4 flights, and going back the other way feels weird too, so it's what you get used to. It's all about what you get used to. Hey, we're knocking it out of the park with 3 viewers on Twitch. Give us a room tour. There is a video on the channel, SB, of a room tour from some time ago. I've got a few changes I'm making to the shed, so I think once I've got it all set up, because I feel like it's a bit in flux at the minute, like I've just got the camera propped up on top of my PC. And I need to get some lighting. I want to sort of sort the walls out. So I think once that's all done, I'll do like a 2025 setup sort of video. Well, I guess I can just grab the camera and show you. Here we go. Right. So there's my gaming PC. There's my air conditioner. So there's my monitor, my gaming monitor. There's my OBS. There's the streaming PC. That's what I see. That's my Ava stick. Yoke. I've got a little iPad over here. There's the yoke cam. There's my ventilation system. That's bringing cold air into the shed from there. And if we look over this side, there is another one up there. Takes the hot air out. And I've got ducting on my PC to try and shoot as much air out of the shed as possible. Anyway, I need to try and put my camera back now. Is that right, SB? Is that right? I believe you. Yeah, Grebo, I think that's probably the best way of putting it. Yes, 707. It's a 4K LG, whatever the £300-ish one is. I mean, it's bought in 2021. I think it was like 350 then, but they've probably gotten even cheaper, whatever the 24 model is now. It's okay. It's 60 Hertz, no variable refresh rate though. So really, that's why I want the sim to be able to get a 60 FPS dead easy. Then I'll just lock the FPS to 60 in the NVIDIA control panel. The GPU handles it fine. So, hey Fish, we go to display FPS now. You see, we're getting like 37 frames. But that's only because we're limited by my CPU. Limited by main thread. Now, NVIDIA FrameGen will double that up to give us like 80 once you factor in FrameGen. If we go to performance though, look at my GPU usage, 41%. It's doing absolutely bugger all, pretty much. So this is running at 4K Ultra, and the 4080 Super's sat there doing not a lot. So clearly the bottleneck is the CPU. Which is why I'm so keen, A, to see how the sim in 2024 goes. Because allegedly it's like multi-threaded, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. Hopefully then it can take more advantage of all my cores. In which case, then this GPU can stretch its legs a bit more. Maybe its usage can increase. Also, the 9800X 3D, that's going to be of interest. Because it's possible that instead of like 40 FPS now, we might see 60. I don't know. Oh, you watch Moore's Law is Dead, do you, LG? Yeah, me too. Just highlighted the nightmare of the new Intel chips. Don't buy them yet. Yeah, I won't be getting an Intel chip. No, Mousy, I didn't. I was away that weekend, so I missed out on all that, which is a bit unfortunate, really, because that would have been some good fodder for the channel, to be honest, but never mind. What can you do? Right, guys, we're 80 miles from top of descent, and that coffee's gone right through me, so I'm going to disappear real quick. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. See you in a moment. Right, what's going on? So 4,000 feet at Naras is what we want. So we'll get 4,000 dialed in. And the plane will just take us down. What did I miss? Anything? I'm trying to find the exact runway heading for Nice on the charts, and I'm really struggling. Yeah, let's get some views of the Alps. There we go. .041. Happy days. Let's pop that in. 041. Sync the heading bug. Good man, isn't it? Nice one, Chelsea. You nailed it. We'll do a flaps 30 landing. Feels like we're awful, feels like our speeds are quite low. Zero 4 left, import from aircraft, import weather. .1027 at Nice. Let's get the descent winds in. So we'll go descent, forecast, request the winds. We'll also go 1027. Forecast uplink ready, execute that. Load. Yeah, you wish, SB. Cheers, bye. What's the transition for Nice? 5,000. .2,000 feet is where we'll leave Mike November 04 Alpha, then we'll go visual into 04 left. Yeah, found it. It's 5,000. Starting to get a bit cold with the aircon on now. That's weird. Exactly 707. It's going to be easy. There's top of descent. Watch out, Nice, we're coming. We are coming. Just step through that route one more time, shall we? Naras. Where do we go after Naras? Then we go to Mike November 151. So we vector ourselves from Naras basically. That'll be alright. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Nice is a tricky one. Good fun though. One of the most challenging approaches in Europe, allegedly. Short of Madeira, I suppose. Morning, Sarge, or afternoon, Sarge, I should say. Glad you could join us. Wise Hat, you're back again. Oh, a bit of Heathrow plane spotting, eh? That's the dream right there. We were so lucky with where we were staying in August in Nantes in France, because we were right at the end of the runway. Which some people would think would be terrible, but I loved it. Moved up north a couple of years ago, now you're so far away from London. That might not be the worst thing in the world. I went to London in August, took the kids up to show them the sights, and I just felt so triggered by the place. I felt like everything just stressed me out in London. I don't think I'm a city goer, is what I've learnt really. I don't mind visiting a city, but there's no way I could live there. Is this the new 737 update? No. So I checked this morning before I went live and it wasn't available. The PMDG Operations Centre had an update, but there was no actual update to the plane itself. Hey, from the Philippines. Nice. Yeah, London's far too busy for my liking. Ah, the Beluga's cool. Again, staying in Nantes, it was like every day we saw the Beluga like twice. Amazing. Like the first day I was like, oh my god, it's a Beluga. And then like the second day and the third day and the fourth day you just get so used to seeing it. But it looks amazing when it takes off. Yeah, we're multi-streaming. Sorry for any chat confusion. I guess up north you've got, what, Leeds and Manchester? Depending on how far north you are, Newcastle. Leeds is a good one. I feel like we need to do more stuff out of Leeds on the channel, to be honest with you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Leeds. Leeds it is. Oh, look at that. Days. Whereabouts am I? I probably shouldn't give up my OPSEC, so, but not up north, I'll say that. Alright, let's do auto brakes 3. God, the sim looks good, doesn't it? So there is Nice down. Is that Nice down there? Yeah, so we're sort of going to come out and around and in. That's the plan. So far, so good. Doing alright. Oh, obligatory pre-landing stretch. What went on Thames? I don't think where it was we stayed in London now. Something bridge. Chiswick roundabout. Turn right. Coming in on the M4 from the west. Q Bridge? Is it Q Bridge? KEW? It's where Banksy did a thing. Literally, like 2 days after we got back, I was like, I saw this picture, I was like, I recognise that building, so I walked right past it over the Q Bridge. Oh, was it? That's brutal. Do I use New Sky? Yes, I do. Yeah. We're flying with it now. We're just coming into land into Nice in France. Should see the runway out the window in a minute. There it is. Beautiful. All that's left for me to do now is ruin everything. Good place to go on holiday, Nice. I'd recommend it. Because you can nip over to Monaco on the train in like half an hour or 40 minutes, whatever it is. It's pretty cool. So the minimum decision altitude here on this thing is 2,000 feet. It's bonkers. I guess you have to commit to it before you start the visual. Nip over to watch the F1. Well, it's really cool because when we took the bus over, and when we hopped off the bus, there's a tourist information stand, and my wife was like, oh, let's go over there and see what's going on. And basically the guy was like, oh yeah, look behind you, and you could see the start line of the Grand Prix, because they just leave it on the road the entire time. They gave us a little map and they were like, walk this route and you'll walk the track. Really cool. It does have ILS on 0.4, but we're doing the RNAV approach today. Yeah, so do a flight, do it for the New Sky Academy, because if you get that one right, it will give you a rating, and then once you get a rating of above 8.0, I think, or 7, I forget which, it will then sort of open it all up and you can start flying to airlines like ourselves or, you know, Osprey, whatever you want, really. Is this a simulator? Yes, it is. It's a view, isn't it?
Pacific Alpine, minus 16 from Boston, crossing around the pole for the
Can anyone use the sim? If you pay for it, yeah. It's just a PC game. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, although 2024 is coming out on the 19th of November. It's taking us way out, isn't it? The free flight is just like flight tracker mode. Yeah, so basically if you're going to fly for a VA, you have to... You can either fly a scheduled route, so me as a VA owner for AirNOTT, I build a schedule and I lease planes, and then there's like a sort of like a bank balance, like a profitability kind of profit and loss thing. So it's up to me to decide how many planes I lease, because every day there's a charge for them, and if they don't get flown then we're going to lose money. I also need to make a schedule, but again, if I have too big a schedule and it doesn't get flown, there's a daily cost for every route that doesn't get flown. So for me, it's about finding a balance of like giving us enough stuff to do without letting there be loads of planes and loads of routes sat there not flying. And it's always a source of tension, because I always get messages being like, oh, can you add this route, can you add this route, can you add this plane, can you add that plane? It's like, well, no, because it's gonna sort of upset the economy of the airline. However, that's what free flights are for. Free flights, you can fly for a VA still, so you can still do a free flight for AirNOTT, but you can fly in what you want, you can fly wherever you want. And it doesn't matter if there's a plane available at that airport, you can just fly in whatever you want. So if this were a scheduled flight, which it isn't, this is a free flight, but if this was scheduled, the 737 I'm in now would be left at Nice and someone else could take that somewhere else on another flight. So you've got scheduled flights and free flights. Scheduled flights make a bit more money for the airline. Cheers, Dan. Free flights, though, allow you to fly wherever you want. You just make a bit less money. But honestly, as the VA owner, if you want to do free flights and do what you want, fly where you want, fill your boots. Yeah, the wind-wing stuff does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, so you need to do a flight for the New Sky Academy to get yourself started, then you can join VAs, look at their schedule, see what their schedule is, and then book a flight. How much do I like flying the 737? A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. I love it. Yeah, they do. Free flights count. Alright, when is the plane going to decel? I feel like it should do it any second. Yeah, here it goes. Alright, let's get some lights on. Engines into continuous. There it goes. Good advice, Wise Hat. No, it's not 24. This is 2020. We can just do a direct 2 here, can't we? Happy days. Alright, let's start nibbling away at some speed. Because last time I came in too hot. Let's do speed 220. What airline? My own airline, AirNOTT. Named after the channel. I'll show you the livery in a minute, hang on. There we are. Looking damn good. Needs traffic, AirNOTT 554 on... Brake, needs traffic, AirNOTT 554 on the RNAV Alpha for runway 04 left. Needs traffic. So the airport should be, where is it? Can't really see a lot out there, can we? Never mind. Yeah, cubing, I'm feeling the same way. I'd like to get over there. But I got a funny feeling it's going to be a bit different too. What's the benefit of flying for an airline besides using the New Sky VA? So the New Sky VA really is just for you to learn how to use New Sky and do flights without judgment, basically. Because if you do a flight for a VA and mess it up, the VA owner's going to see and maybe be grumpy. No, I generally don't get grumpy at people because I accept we all make mistakes, but you might find that some do. What's the benefit of flying for a VA? I guess a sense of community, a sense of purpose. If you're not sure where to fly and you get kind of analysis paralysis with like, where do I go, where do I fly? New Sky's quite good at just being like, well, the airline needs you to fly here, so do it. Just time, Ethan, really. Watching YouTube videos, figuring it all out.
Nice traffic, Air France 301, inbound near us for runway 04 left on the RNAV Alpha approach. Nice traffic.
Let's go, Mike, you're right. Right, we're nearly there. Not far to go now. So round here, off to the left. As we leave the final waypoint, Mike November 04 Alpha will be at heading 354, then we'll visually do the rest of the landing ourselves. Yeah, George, it is. It's going to be cool.
And this traffic, AirNOTT Flight 4 November, we're going to be taking the ILS runway 04 right. Correction, the ILS Yankee runway 04 right.
Coward. Be a real pilot and do the RNAV.
Don't call me a cow.
That's in comedy.
Bet you can auto land it too. Ah, right. Now I've finished insulting Adri, we can get on with the landing, can't we? Sink the heading bug. Nice traffic, AirNOTT 554, inbound Mike November 150 for the RNAV Alpha approach, runway 04 left, nice traffic. 737 will keep you busier, but the flip side is that there's more to learn initially, so I think it's solid advice to say start with the Airbus. Not only that, there's loads of good options, like you've got the fly-by-wire for free, you've got the Phoenix, you've got the Innie builds, you've got the default one, but don't fly that one. Yeah, heck, like scheduled flights are cool. Like I say, it just kind of takes the choosing out of like what to do. Just see what they need you to do and do it, really. Kind of gives it a bit more purpose. I hope with the A380 there's some kind of auto cruise feature, because there ain't no way I'm doing 11-hour streams. Okay, we're going to need to drop 30 knots between the next waypoint and Bisbo. Bit of speed brakes required here. Let's go speed 180. See you later, Chelsea. Auto cruise in the 777, I should say, works by basically dynamically speeding up the rate of the sim, so you don't have to sit there for hours. Okay, let's go flaps 5. Gear down. We've got quite a low VREF today, so we're going to go speed 160 now, so we've got less to lose when we start flying visually. Engines running continuous, lights are on. Flaps currently 5, auto brake 3 selected, gear down 3 greens. Happy days. Let's get rid of the speed brakes. Flaps 15. 25, I mean. We're going to leave Mike November 04 Alpha at a heading of 354 degrees, and we're going to fly it manually, visually, for the last little bit. Okay, we'll do 160 until 4 DME. Let's pay attention. Sim rate is what I meant, sorry. Right, let's go to yoke cam. Continue. Okay, let's fly this one visually, shall we? Let's bring it home. Tricky approach, this one. East traffic AirNOTT 554 on visual 404 left. Check. A bit low. Come on. Where'd you go? Oh, the wind is now behind us, which is glorious. Eye controls.
500.
Deary me, this isn't feeling very stable.
East traffic Air France 301 is overhead Bisbow. Inbound nav for the RNAV approach for runway 04 left. East traffic.
This feels like we're quite steep.
200.
Okay, we're going to aim for near where the pappies are.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
A little bit of a wiggle, but we're down. On reverses, where are you? Why didn't my reversers come on then? That was weird. Let's vacate here. That I would take, that wasn't too bad. East traffic AirNOTT 554, vacated 04 left. East traffic. Alright, lights off. APU on. East traffic AirNOTT 554, taxiing to stands via Uniform, Foxtrot and Tango for stand 12 Charlie. Not bad that.
East traffic AirNOTT 54 November, I left runway 04 right. We are 60 miles out using minimum speed.
Alright, here's Foxtrot. And then 12 Charlie should be just up here. So this is a custom airport, isn't it? I think it came with a SIM update. 1, 2, let's go in here. Not bad for a freebie, this airport. Not sure what the FPS is like, we'll check that out. Yeah, 40 FPS, not bad. Parking brakes are on. Yeah, that's not bad performance really, for a custom airport. So, APU is on, let's take power from the APU. Engine's off. Whoops. Taxi lights off. Seatbelt lights off. Anti-collision's off. Oh, damn it. I know what I did all the way there. I thought my switch was in strobe and steady, but it was in off. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. Hey, there we go. So we got a perfect 10. We've made £13,278 for the VA. That's good. Awesome. The approach was a little bit unstable. There's a tricky approach though, so, you know, what are you going to do? Happy days. Right, let's get GSX to deboard us. Aha, we have someone coming into land. Who's that?
Air France 301 vacated runway 04 left.
Ah, 707 was right behind us.
Passengers bus is coming.
That'll be Adri up there then.
And these traffic, AirNOTT 54 November landing runway 04 right.
Oh, 04 right, see. No pressure, Adri, but we're going to watch the landing. Hey, Afraz, yeah, I remember you, mate. XT's in as well. There we go. Looking good, Adri. Looking good. I think the door's open. Oh, that's looking good. Yes! Beautiful. If only the camera would focus. Yeah, the door is wide open. Incredible scenes. Yeah, not bad, Lanky. It was okay. I felt like I was a little bit unsettled during the first bit, but we sort of rescued it, I think. I feel like the pappies here are a bit weird as well. Jolly good. Right, I've been live for nearly 4 hours, and as much as I'd love to do another flight, I've got a couple of other bits I need to do for the channel before I need to go and do real life stuff in a couple of hours' time. So I'm going to have to leave it there, but thank you all very, very much indeed for coming. FSLTL doesn't recognise your liveries. No, it doesn't. Apparently you need to be a VA partner on BATSIM to then get your liveries into FSLTL, which we're not. So we make do by using VMR files on vPilot, so it only shows up as us if you've got the VMR files. But I do have them for download along with the livery on the website, so you could do it that way if you wanted. It's up to you.
Bus is coming.
Anyway, folks, thank you all very much. Thank you, Wise Hat, for the incredibly generous donation. Stu as well. Melzy, appreciate the sub on Twitch. Chelsea, hope everything goes alright with what happened today.
Good job.
Stop hijacking my stream. Anyway, thank you all very much indeed. I'm going to press this button to stop streaming now, and I will see you in the next stream, most likely, or the next video. The video should be soon. Next stream, hopefully tomorrow night, if it all goes well. Sort of like 7 PM UK time. But until then, I'll see you all in the next stream. Take care.
What on earth?